Hello, everyone. Welcome to this presentation. My name is Rachel Garcia, and I'm excited to be giving you some information tonight that could truly be life-changing. It's absolutely changed the life of my husband, my children, and I'm excited to be giving you this information tonight. It may or may not be for you, but whoever invited you thinks that it might be something you're interested in. So my name is Rachel Garcia. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I've been married for 18 years, and I have two boys that are 8 and 11. They were 9 months old and 3 years old when I was first introduced to what you're going to look at tonight. At the time, I was working 12-hour days seeing patients. I went to school for 8.5 years and spent $100,000 to get my master's degree and then board certified to practice medicine. So I've been seeing patients as a physician assistant since '99. And in the beginning, it was a career that I loved, but I think we all know healthcare has changed drastically in the last 10 years, and I began to feel like it was more of a business than actually what I went to school to do, which was to help people. On top of that, I started having babies and was having to pay a nanny an astronomical amount of money to essentially raise my children, and I was missing them. I love to travel, and I was getting 2 one-week vacations a year, and it was just not really the life that I thought I was going to live. And so at 33 in 2008, I just kind of made a declaration and a decision that I was going to find a business that I could invest in and work part-time from home for 3 years. And my goal was in 2011 to either drop way back as a PA or stop working as a PA altogether, with the hopes that whatever business I found to invest in would totally replace my full-time income. And I found that in this company that I'm about to share with you. You would not find out about this company from anyone other than someone you know. The company decided when they started that they would not advertise the typical way with billboards and advertisements and magazines and commercials. And I'm thankful for that, because I don't know about you, but I tend to trust people that I know when they share something with me, more so than some random person that I don't know. And because of the way that they chose to market, the financial aspect of our lives have absolutely changed, because I've become extremely passionate about what I'm sharing with you tonight, because of the lives that I've seen it changed, not just financially, but also their health, which is what I went to school to help people change, and giving people time freedom. And I think a lot of people are looking for that. I know that I was. I actually found 6 businesses that I was seriously evaluating in 2008, and I took all 6 to my CPA. My brothers actually told me about this one, and I asked him, if I invest in one of these companies and I work it part-time, say an hour, maybe 2 hours a day from home for the next 3 years, which one has the potential to totally replace my $200,000 per year income? And he evaluated all of them and told me that only one had the potential to do that, and that it was this business. He was right. I went on to make about $150,000 over the next 18 months, working this business a half an hour to an hour a day. And at that point, I started to work it 3 hours a day, because I saw what happened with a half an hour a day. I said, what if I spend 3 hours a day on it? And our residual walk-away income right now is between $6,000 to $9,000 a week. And I say walk away because I could literally move to Europe tomorrow and not look at this business for the rest of the year and 2017, and I'd make more money than I did in 2016. It's walk away income from the part-time work I've done for the last 8 years. So I think that's something that a lot of people are very interested in, working part-time from home. And then secondly, there's another path that I'm going to share with you guys tonight that, hey, if you're not interested in creating an additional income stream, maybe you're interested in the second path, which is changing your health and changing also, again, your time freedom. So I know that attention spans are short, and I also know that time is precious. And so in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to try to walk you through enough of the basics of the business that you can gather enough information to decide, is this something I'm interested in learning more about or not? So that's my goal here, is to share with you enough information that you can make that kind of a decision. So the name of the company is Genesis Pure. It's based in Texas, and it was founded in 2008. We have international offices in Korea, Taiwan, and Japan. We're also in the country of Canada. I was actually at our global convention in Korea last week speaking on the stage there, and it is a huge business in the Asian markets. Not so huge in the US. We have maybe 40,000 people that are actively involved in the business here in the United States, and most of those people are in the Midwest. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I will tell you, whoever invited you tonight is not selling products, so don't worry. Nobody's trying to sell you anything tonight. We're just giving you information. As I said, the company, when they started, chose not to do the typical kind of marketing, and they chose to compensate the people that love their company and love what they do by sharing it with others, word of mouth advertising. This company is kind of like an online food club, kind of like Costco mixed with Whole Foods, mixed with Amazon, all together in one. I've often used the analogy to imagining that Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, was your neighbor in '94, and he said, hey, you know what, Bob, I'm starting this new company. I'm going to call it Amazon. We're going to sell books online. And we're not marketing the typical way, so we would appreciate any referrals you can send us. We'll give you 10 to 20% of any purchase whoever you send to our company makes for the rest of their life, any purchases they make. You know, that company has become the largest e-commerce site in the world since 1994, Amazon. But would you have seen what he was doing? I mean, the internet was new. Everybody bought their books at Barnes & Noble or Borders or Books A Million. I don't know if we would have seen it, but that's a very similar concept to what we're doing here. It caught my attention, not because of the business model, because a lot of people presented me with business models very similar to this. When you're a PA and you see 50 to 60 patients a day, you see a lot of things. What caught my attention was what the company was distributing, what they were getting out to people. It wasn't the typical quick fix, weight loss shake kind of thing. This was different. The products that I was told about had been used for 30 years in a clinical practice, were all food-based. And the philosophy of the company is to educate people that they don't have to be sick. Here I am, somebody who wrote 60 to 70 prescriptions a day, and I was interested in a company that was educating people that if they get enough sleep, enough whole raw food nutrition, enough exercise, you don't have to be sick. And that was a philosophy that I 100% believed in. I knew it was truth the minute I heard it. You see, in 2008, my nephew was diagnosed with severe autism. This is my younger sister Leah's son. He was 3 at the time, the same age as my oldest son. And I sat with my sister here in Jacksonville as the doctor told her that her son would always have the mind of a 3-year-old, that he would never speak, that he would never play team sports. I had a 9-month-old. I had a lot of questions. I wanted to know, was it genetic? Where did it come from? How come I never heard of this when I was a kid? And I started to do a lot of research, and I learned a lot about the importance of what we're putting in our body, that you basically are what you eat, or you are what you don't eliminate. That's really important for us, but it's even more important for our children. And if you're a mother or a grandparent or a father, I know you're concerned about what your kids are eating. And I will tell you, what we're feeding our kids now is very different from what our parents and our grandparents were eating. And I learned that with my nephew's diagnosis of autism, which freaked me out. And I ran all around town trying to find, there was no organic food in my local grocery store in 2008. Now they have organic food at Starbucks, but there was none. And so I was ordering things online and driving 45 minutes on the weekend. I worked 12 hours a day, mind you, to try to find the right stuff to put in my kids' bodies. It's a full-time job trying to feed them. And then in addition, I was working full-time. So I loved the philosophy of the company. I loved that this philosophy and these products had been used in a clinical practice for 30 years before the company even started, before it was available to people outside of that clinic population. I love that we have a whole staff of medical advisors, medical doctors, seasoned medical doctors, who in addition to their private practice and working with patients all day long, take time out to educate people on our philosophy and why we see people get off prescription medications when they use our products consistently. I was in Korea with Dr. Buckner, the man here in the center of the screen, who is the head of our Wellness Advisory Board. He's a general surgeon based in Texas. He's been practicing medicine for over 20 years. He gave time in our service in the Navy. And he told me when he got back from Korea, the first day back, he had to do surgery to remove cancer from 3 different women's breasts. And he said the reason he's really involved in Genesis Pure is because he's sick of hearing these patients say, "Why did I get it, doctor? What did I do wrong, doctor?" And not being able to give them the answers. And when someone introduced Genesis Pure to him, he, like me, knew it was truth immediately. And he feels and he knows that by educating and being a part of this company and being a part of the board and giving the credibility and the validation, the teaching that he gives, allows people like me and you to go out and spread the news so that while he's going and cutting out the cancers, we can be educating people on how to battle the diseases and infection that we're battling every day. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of information on our products. Remember, I'm not trying to give you massive amounts of information tonight, just enough that you can decide I'm interested in learning more or I'm not. And whoever invited you can send you links so you can learn more if you want to. All of our products are plant-based, whole raw food, all natural, chemical-free, non-GMO, organic, or wildly harvested. This is the kind of things we should be putting in our bodies, not the junk most of Americans are putting into their bodies every day. Processed, packaged, pasteurized junk that's destroying these bodies, these homes that we live in for our entire lives. All of our products revolve around 3 pillars of education, or 3 pillars of health, that my goal is to educate you on tonight, so that you're at least thinking about that by the time we're done. And it's important to understand how these 3 pillars of health affect your body and your children's bodies. The first pillar of health is cleansing. Okay, we cleanse the oil out of our car every 3 months, right? You cleanse the pool. You cleanse the air filters in your air conditioning unit. When was the last time you thought about cleansing out what's going on here? Now, I know women who go, oh, I'm so bloated, people think I'm pregnant, I need to do a cleanse. And they'll do some awful thing to their body, cleanses, where they'll rip we have these microscopic villi in our intestines that their job is to absorb nutrition. They'll rip all the villi and rip everything out of their intestines, so they don't absorb any nutrients, but everything's gone. No, okay, that's not good. We have actually 7 different organs, 7 different channels of elimination in our body: our lungs, our lymphatic system, our skin, our kidney, our liver, our blood, and our intestines. We need to cleanse these organs out, just like you cleanse out your car and your pool and your air conditioning filter. How do you do it? Well, you can go mix up some herbs and try it on your own. That's a little crazy. Or you can use what was used for 30 years. This is a plant and herb formulation, all plants and herbs. You do it at night, syringe full of it, and put it in water before you go to bed. While you're sleeping, your organs get cleansed out. This is important. Once your organs are cleansed and the sludge is out and the toxins and they can function properly, everything starts working better. I read a study recently. You know, I'm sure most people on this webinar are old enough to have lived through the Tupperware and the Saran Wrap age, you know, where you put your food in the Tupperware, put Saran Wrap on top, and stick it in the microwave. There was a study that came out recently showing that over 90% of us have the chemicals from the Saran Wrap and the Tupperware in our body. We wonder why cancer's on the rise. How do you get that junk out? Okay, cleanse. You cleanse it out. Second pillar of health, balancing. I did not learn this in medical school. I learned it with this company, and then I went and researched it and learned it was true. A Nobel Prize was won in the 30s, showing that cancer cells cannot thrive in a cell that is oxygenated and alkaline. Okay, that's very interesting, I think. We need to get alkaline. We need to be aware of what we're putting into our body. Now, your body is going to alkalinize itself, all right? But how hard it has to work to get there is very important. What kinds of things make you acidic? Animal-based animal products, dairy products, soda, sugar, coffee, all these things make you acidic. You would think that people would be screaming from the rooftops, be alkaline and oxygenated. But it's not being screamed from the rooftops. So I'm screaming it from the rooftops. You need to be aware of what you're putting in your body. I'm not saying don't eat any animal products or dairy products. I'm just saying be aware. Because when you're too acidic, your body tries to take the alkalinity out of your teeth and your bones. Well, then what do we have? Brittle, nasty teeth and osteoporosis and osteopenia. Is this ringing some bells with you? We need to get alkaline. We have a number of products that get you alkaline because everything we have is plant-based whole raw food. But this is a 5,000-year-old formulation. This is our #1 selling products out of over 80 products. So clearly it has some positive benefits or it wouldn't be the #1 seller. It balances your pH and your hormone levels. Some people call it marriage in a bottle because of what it does to people's moods. 1 to 2 ounces a day of over 20 warming and cooling superfruits. This is Asian medicine. Think about, what did people do 500 years ago before they had EMS and doctors? That's what this company is all about. What plants and foods were put on this earth to help our bodies run the way they were meant to run, not cooked up in a lab somewhere. How many people do you know that are on like vitamin D prescription pills and vitamin B shots? Chemicals being shot into their body because they've heard vitamin B is good. No, you need it in plant-based formulation. The third pillar of health is building your cells up with good nutrition, getting things like omega-3s in your body. Did you know that omega-3s have been shown in medical studies to reverse or prevent almost every single disease we face as humans? That's crazy. Did you know your children's brains don't function properly if they're not getting omega-3s every day? Did you know that omega-3s decrease inflammation, like massively? Did you know that 2 tablespoons of our Mila is equal to 12 over-the-counter fish oil pills? This is one of our pillars of build, the build portion. This is our build as well. Liquid vitamin with over 40 vitamins and minerals. Food-based in liquid form. You put the food in liquid form in your body absorbs it and knows what to do with it. These aren't foods that you grow in your backyard either, people. It's not like kale and carrots. It's like blue-green algae, spirulina, things that your brain and your body needs that hundreds of years ago, people ate it all the time. But we don't anymore. We're not even eating food anymore. So it's a very good way to get food and nutrition in your body. We have what I call 6 impact products. I've already talked about some of those products. One is the Cleanse here. The other is Goyin. Then we've got Mila, Daily Build. This is one of our impact products and one of my favorite products, our energy product. It's meant to be a replacement for acidic energy boosters like coffee, soda, energy drinks that cause adrenal gland fatigue and insulin surges into your body. This is all plant-based, B6, B12 vitamins from blue-green algae, wheatgrass, spirulina. It's like brain food. Gives focus and clarity for 6 to 8 hours. That's impact product number 5. Number 6 is a mineral called sulfur. I love sulfur. It's something that the farmers used to use to fertilize the fields back when they had control over their fields. And they used compost and manure to fertilize their fields. Now we're all deficient in this essential mineral that helps decrease inflammation. It keeps my skin clear. If I went to Korea without sulfur, I would totally be broken out right now, but I took my sulfur. It decreases inflammation, helps with asthma, helps with allergies. Some of the benefits that the studies have shown and that I've seen over the years. You can go research sulfur. Not sulfa, sulfur, an essential mineral that we're all deficient in, and also one of our best-selling products. And I have found that in my 8 years, that if someone uses these 6 products for 28 days, and what typically happens, okay, might not happen for you, but what I've typically seen happen is 6 things. They lose weight, they sleep better than they've ever slept, they have energy all day long, their mood is boosted. My husband struggled with severe depression and anger issues. We were told he needed antidepressants until we got on these products. 6 weeks later, the Incredible Hulk disappeared. Bowel movements greatly improve, if not just smooth. No more 20 to 30-minute sessions in the bathroom. No more waiting every couple of days and going, oh my gosh, I haven't gone to the bathroom. You eat, things should move through you. It's one big muscle. Bowel movements are smooth and improved. So if you're looking for improvement in any of those areas, or you know someone that is, I highly recommend you take a look at our 6 impact products. If you struggle with pain, allergies, inflammation, add our superfood mangosteen on. If you struggle with reflux or stomach issues of any kind, if you eat a lot of fish or pork, you need noni. Noni is huge. It's a digestive bitter. We also have a skincare line. We have a sports line. We have a weight loss line. All the best of the best that you can find. So if your friend that invited you is not selling it, what's going on here? How do you get it? Well, we set you up with online memberships, and I'm going to show you how to get an online membership before we're done here. But it's just like Amazon. You go online, you get an online membership, and then you can either order through your app on your phone. You can order online. You can do like my mom does, who lives in the mountains of North Carolina. She orders and knows all the customer service agents. She just calls on the phone. And that membership gives you access to all of our products at a 25% discount. My friend Michelle, probably one of the fittest people I know, joined a couple of months ago, and she walks into the health food store where she shops all the time, and she's comparing what we have to what they have there. She calls me blown away. She's like, Rachel, our products, Genesis Pure products, are cheaper than what they have on the shelf here. That's before the additional discount if you have it set up to get them every month. And they're more pure. Like yours are 100% noni. There's nothing extra added. There's no sugar added to yours. Yours are like higher quality. Yes, that's why it's so great. And you don't even have to go to the store. It just gets shipped to your house. It's awesome. So that's what the members do. But if you're sitting here listening and you're thinking one of 2 things, maybe you're thinking, I would like an extra $500 a month. Like, how much money does Rachel make? $6,000 to $9,000 a week. If I can I do that working part-time from home? Yes. And you can do it in half the time I did it. Because when I got started, I had no idea what I was doing, and I had no one showing me how to do it. Or you're thinking, I know people that need to hear this. Like, my sister needs to be on this. How do I share this with others? Well, there's a few ways you can share it with others. You can, of course, invite someone to get on a presentation just like you did. But I'm guessing that many of you that are on today, and I've lost my invitation, many of you that are on today received an invitation like this in the mail with a picture on it. One of the really cool things about Genesis Peer is we have a patent pending system. And when someone says, hey, I want to share this with others, we get them set up on this website, inviterpro.com. And you upload your picture, your friend uploaded their picture, entered 28 names and addresses, and the system sent them off, and then they texted you and invited us to join today. And here's what's really cool about Genesis Peer. If you just find 2 people who want to consume and build and share it with others, this network starts. And you create a residual income. Every time someone that found out about it because of someone you told, every time one of them buys product, you earn income. I told 8 people. There's now 20,000 people consuming products because of the 8 that I told. And I make a little bit of money every time somebody purchases one of those products. And it's residual. Why it's residual is because our products work. These aren't products that you're like, oh, I'm going to eat my yummy gummy vitamins today. No, our products, number one, they don't taste very good. I'll just warn you right now. There's no sugar in them. They work. You know when you're using our products. And so people, when they start feeling better and pooping and sleeping and they're happy, they're not going to go off their products. Or maybe you try to, and then their husband and their wife gets them right back on them because they don't like dealing with a not very nice person. It's very much like a franchise. You know, there's no guesswork. When I got started, I didn't have anybody guiding me, leading me. I didn't know what to do. We have a system in place that's literally bam, 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 bam. There's no guesswork. My first job was at McDonald's. People who work at McDonald's, you guys, you don't guess how to make the fries. You don't guess how to run the drive-through window. There's like a system in place. If you don't follow the system, you get fired. This is very much like that. You're not going to get fired, but there's no guesswork. We know how to do this. We have hundreds of people making tens of thousands of dollars. We have over 20 people making $1 million or more per year. It's been figured out. They're almost all in the Midwest, so your area is wide open. The last slide I'm going to show you is a study done by Harvard Business School. And I love this slide because they now teach on this business model at their school. And what they have found is that the key to making money in a business model like this is getting in one of these stages right here. See where the orange is largely above the curve? When you get into a company up here, all the money has been made already. It was made 10 to 15 years ago when no one knew about their company. Everybody knows about their company, no money to be made. So you want to get into a company when it's between the 3-year point, okay, 3 years because most companies don't make it past 3 years, and before 100,000 people know about it in your country. Okay, we've got about 40,000 people actively sharing it in the US. Most of them are in the Midwest. So we're in this zone. In fact, I think we're getting ready to go into momentum right now because thousands of these were sent out the last couple of months. And we found out that when you send out 28, a minimum of 50 people agree to watch a presentation if you follow our system in place. And so the time is now. Whoever invited you to this, they've invited a lot of people to this. And they're building a team. And maybe the team is for you. Maybe the building is for you. Maybe you're looking for an additional income stream. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just interested in those 6 impact products and the results that I told you that we've seen. And so I'm just going to show you quickly the 2 ways to get started. Maybe you're just interested in the products. You join as a member. I'll show you where to go do that here in a second. If you're overwhelmed and you don't know what to do, look at this PR 1187 pack. This is a 4 of our top selling products. It's a great way to get started. You get the Go In, the Capsule Cleanse, the Metabolic Boost, it's like turning your body into a furnace that burns fat and gets your metabolism up, so you're burning fat all the time. And then our energy, which I prefer to call focus because it's really more focus for me, focus and clarity. And there's no obligation to buy consistently, but I'm going to tell you what. My sister's son started speaking in full-on conversations 3 months after using the products. He's now in middle school, 6th grade, public middle school, thriving and doing very well. My sister might not have ever heard her son say, "Mommy, I love you." I remember December of 2008 when he said, "Mommy, I love you," and she was crying. What if she'd stopped 1 month in? Said, I'm not seeing a difference, I'm stopping. You've destroyed your body for decades. Let's get on the products for a couple months. Let's see what happens. You wouldn't join a gym for a month, right? We know that's not gonna work. You need to be consistent with your work here. So that's the membership option, but let's say that you wanna do a little bit more. Maybe you wanna build. So there's a few different things you need to know here. You're going to join as a member, just as if you are going to be a member on the top thing. You're going to join for $40, and you're going to be what's called, you're going to choose the business builder path. You're going to become an IBO, or an independent business owner. And that gives you 25% off on the products as well. But I always ask people this: why do you want to earn income? What are you trying to earn? What's your goal? And if your goal is to earn $1,000 a month or more of income, you need to seriously look at being what we call VIP. VIP is a status that the company gives those who are serious about building. Your leaders all of a sudden know you're serious. You get lots of free products with the company and VIP receptions and seating and really cool stuff. But honestly, I've never seen anyone in all my years of building, 8 years, I've never seen anyone build a big business who isn't a VIP. So there's a few ways to get there, and your friend can talk you through the others. I'm going to tell you the one that most people do, and what I feel is the best option for really anybody that's getting started. The third option here is ordering 500 points of products. They call it points because we're in Taiwan, Korea, and Canada. They don't have the dollar there. But that's about $580 worth of product. This package is awesome because it's all 6 of the impact products, enough for you and your family to have better health. And then if you go do the invite system, okay, and you go send out 28 invites, 14 will watch a presentation, half of those will likely join, and you find just 3 who do the same thing as you have a residual income stream that is starting to build. You have your family's health, and you've spent about $700. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. I think then for me, it sounded too good to be true, which is why I took it to my CPA, and it took him telling me, no, out of all 6 businesses, this is the only one that has the potential for you to build something part-time from home. And that's really something that I am proud of. I know how to teach people how to build a business part-time from home, a 6-figure residual income part-time from home. What if 4 years from now you could have a 6-figure, over $100,000 per year residual income because of what you've done at home part-time? Let me show you how to join. Everything I've been showing you is on this website called pureteamglobal.com. Do you see that there at the top? pureteamglobal.com. If you go to the homepage of pureteamglobal.com, you're going to see a page that says Get Started. If you click the Get Started page, you can find a spot here that says Join Now. If you click Join Now, it's going to take you to this page where you literally enter. It's just like joining up for Amazon Prime. You literally enter your information and off you go. But we want to make sure that whoever invited you here tonight, you go on their team. And so you need to get their business ID number, their IBO number. We call it independent business owner number. And if they're not texting it to you right now, you need to text them and ask them for it. Because guess what? They might have 5, 10, 15 people on right now. And the people who go on their team first, there's 2 awesome positions. They're building 2 teams. There's 2 awesome positions at the very top of those 2 teams. And if you are blessed enough to get in one of those top positions, every single person that they put on their team in all of the years going forward you're going to benefit from that if you're at the top of one of those 2 teams. So if you wait till tomorrow, or you wait till next week, or you wait till next month, you'll be somewhere down there in the bottom, which is fine, but it's a really awesome opportunity to be at the top of their team. And so my recommendation to you is, don't delay. If you think this is something, if there's something I've said tonight that's spoken to you, and you're looking for health freedom, you're looking for more time, you're looking an extra $500 a month would just take a load off. My recommendation is get started tonight. Become an IBO. Get started on AutoShip. There's a discount if you get started on AutoShip, and you don't have to pay for that for 28 days. Just set yourself up for success. And what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? You could literally, in a couple of years, have a 5 to 6-figure residual income from this thing that you're doing part-time on the side. So I hope that I've spoken to you tonight and you've enjoyed the presentation. I thank you for your time. I hope I get to meet you. We have an upcoming event here in Jacksonville, Florida, November 12th. There's one in California this coming weekend, and then there's one in Texas coming up soon as well. So hope I get to meet you at an upcoming event and that I get to hear your story, because I have no doubt that you'll have one. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.